this birdcage. It's just like the one back in Shibuya.
Does this mean that bastard Natsume's kicking it somewhere inside?
I'd like to say we should just bust our way in, but... How does it look, Sophie?
It looks like it's still locked. We'll need someone to touch it so we can hear the voices in his heart.
Okay then. You're up, Skull.
Uh-huh.
Well, it looks like it's gonna hurt, and it doesn't seem right to ask Sophie to do it.
Oh, but it's cool if I do it?
Oh, come on, Skull. You're, tough.
And he's already experienced it once before. If anything, he's the ideal candidate.
And it just make us look like a bunch of dorks. All right, do it.
I could do it if you want.
It's cool, I got it.
Thank you, Skull.
Sheesh, you'd think someone his age would have at least some talent.
Like it matters. This kid's gonna make us a fortune.
Yeah, I'm hearing voices all right.
These voices are somehow related to Natsume's emotional scars?
Most likely. We just need to listen to the conversation and figure out the source of his trauma from there.
So we're looking for something like what Shujin Academy was to Alice.
We should keep listening. There's bound to be some sort of clue here.
Sir, try to keep your voice down. He'll be back any minute.
Oh, come off it. Can you really blame me for complaining? I'm the one who has to read his crap every day.
The kid's got motivation, but that's about all he's got. Seems any talent for writing in that family died with his grandfather. Oh, excuse me. Can I get another Gatorade coffee?
Yes, sir. Just a moment.
Well, he's still our little money tree. No way in hell we're letting him go.
You're terrible, sir.
What's going on here? Ow! Damn, this shit hurts.
Thanks to that, however, we've managed to hear a good amount.
I didn't really get it, but it sounded like some kind of cafe.
Indeed. I heard one of them say Gatore Coffee.
Right, Gatori is the name of a cafe chain.
But I don't think I saw any around Sendai Station.
If there aren't a lot of them, it'll make finding the right one that much easier.
Well, at the very least, we've got a lead on finding the trauma room now.
Right. Let's get out of here and find us a coffee shop.
This is the request.
All right, we're on the hunt for a Gatore coffee. First, let's find out how many are in the area.
Gatori coffee. Got it. There's only one that's close to Sendai Station.
Whoa, that was fast.
It's a bit of a walk, but I'll be happy to guide you to the destination.
You're amazing, Sophia. It's like you were made to be a navigator.
But being the navigator's my job. Where's that coming from?
It's simply a question of having the right person for the right job. Fear not, Futaba. There are plenty of things only you can do.
Huh, I guess that's true. Nobody else can act like a weirdo quite like you do, Inari.
Who are you calling a weirdo?
All right. Guess we'll just head over to the cafe then, yeah?
Yeah, let's get going.
Okay, I've got it.
This is it. Gatore Coffee.
I can smell the coffee. Seems to be just an ordinary cafe.
Are we sure we have the right place? We'll just have to put in the keyword and see.
All right, let's make it happen. The trauma cell's calling our names.
Trauma cell?
It's just a name I came up with. Trauma room sounds like some kind of cheesy hospital drama.
Call it whatever you want. We gotta roll.
The key to opening that birdcage has got to be here somewhere. Do you remember the keyword?
Of course. It's Prince of Nightmares.
It's just like what happened in Shibuya. This is where Natsume's trauma comes from.
What could have happened to him, I wonder?
Shh. Someone's up ahead.
Are you sure about this? Awarding him the grand prize for that? Ango Natsume. Huh, the kid's entered every contest, but he's never made it past the first stage. He's as stubborn as he is incompetent. What's more, his writing is so painfully generic, it only becomes more obvious when you compare it to the other candidates.
What?
That voice. Is it Natsume?
It can't be. He acknowledged my work.
It's fine. He's the great Sogo Natsume's grandson, remember? Brand recognition is a huge part of marketability. Nobody gives a rat's ass about what's beyond the cover. Though a certain someone seems to think he's actually worth a damn.
Poor kid can't even see just how hopeless he really is. Seriously, it's pathetic.
I'm trying as hard as I can.
No skin off my nose, so long as he keeps raking it in. We hit the jackpot with that one, and I plan on riding him straight to the top. And if he does by some miracle make something decent of himself, well then everyone wins, right?
These guys are the worst.
Here it comes!
Right all you want. A talentless hack like you is hopeless! Hopeless! Hopeless!
This is the same thing we saw in Shibuya.
Careful! It's using different weapons from last time.
Andres! Succubus! Fly! Succubus! I'll use this.
You can't see
Let's go! Fly! With this!
Can he?
Oh, shit! Last attack is crazy fast!
But on the other hand, it leaves him wide open. Dodge the attack, then hit him with everything you've got.
The enemy's scared of you. Use psychokinesis and give them their worst nightmare.
Take this! Persona! Take this!
With those weaknesses, I know I can count on you.
Got it. Archangel! Ame no Uzume! His power!
I appreciate it. It's
Let's
a
go.
strong one.
Jack, come on,
Exploit its
Uzume.
weakness to curse.
Come! I'll use this. Let's go. Jack from Ame no Uzume! You're mine.
I might not like that Natsume. These assholes who were using him the whole time, right?
Yeah, I feel kind of sorry for him. We only chose him for who he was, not what he wrote.
Authors are just chips in a bigger game. They exist solely for us to win.
From what I can tell, his editor was a
Orthra!
scumbag.
Jack Frost!
I know his pain.
I need to help.
That means refuse to let this go on any longer.
You're low on stamina. Be careful. That one's up. Everyone stay focused. This should help. I'll use my persona.
You know, I said I was in this for the money. Holy hell, reading this shit is torture!
Going for a combo attack. Don't let him ram you. No, I'm sorry. Thanks. I can go on. I'll count on you. I'll handle this.
Sure. Persona! Ravage them!
I know. Nice, Joker. You hit its weakness.
That's why yours are weak.
Take this!
Time for the finale.
yourself along.
Take this!
Fast. Be careful not to get caught up in its attacks.
Okay, taking it easy.
Take this!
The enemy's busy. This is your chance. Start wailing on him.
Persona!
Tornado! You pulled that off quite well. Powerful, but it's weak to left attack. This is divine punishment.
Let's go!
I'm not done. Joker got in a follow-up attack. This is your chance. It's showtime. Chance. Dazzle. Joker. Cool, Joker. This one.
Showtime! Jack Frost! Here!
Whoa, you did good. Wow, that was wonderful.
Let me get that. It's working. Keep it up, guys.
Worthless trash like yours.
You're mine!
And as long as there's a fire, I'll be there to lead you through it.
Let's go!
Hey, Mr. Natsume.
You did it! The warden's down for the count. Oh, look! I got a new skill!
Whew. Well, I guess that does it.
We can get inside the birdcage now, right? Better get going then.
Wait, but what was that we just saw?
Seems Ango Natsume wasn't given that award on his own merit. Those editors just used him for his name.
So, there was a secret behind that novel after all.
But he's not a bad guy, is he? It sounded like he entered the competition a whole bunch of times.
And just when he thought his hard work was paying off, he had to hear all that. It must have been devastating.
Those editors are horrible. They knew his writing wasn't good enough, but they still gave him the prize just so they could make money.
It still doesn't justify what he's doing now.
Nevertheless, I'm beginning to understand how he feels.
Fox?
Rising to fame atop stolen ideas, pulling at people's emotions with a fabricated story. Even worse, robbing others of their free will, changing their hearts, and wallowing in his own vanity. These crimes are unforgivable. There's no denying that he's been a fool, and yet, in spite of all that, it doesn't change the fact that Natsume spent years giving it everything he had. Creative work is often a lonely endeavor, and battling against that loneliness is truly a challenge in and of itself. As if it wasn't hard enough, if you don't produce results, no one will even think twice about you. One might even begin to think that such dark and unfulfilling times are all that's in store. Had I taken one wrong step, I may very well have turned out to be just as hideous as him.
Inari.
It's thanks to your friendship that I didn't stray from the path. He, however, doesn't seem to have anyone. Natsume should know better than most that there's no meaning in superficial glory. Now he's turned his back on what he truly wants to write for the sake of spinning this infernal novel of lies. Someone needs to bring him back to his senses.
You seem pretty motivated this time around, Inari.
As one who's dedicated his life to art, I simply cannot condone his actions. Now, let us bring this to an end. We'll send the calling card, then wrest the Overlord from his throne.